everyone, I'm so excited to be showing you this tutorial of the waterfall braid with the ponytail and your hair wrapped around it. Now you voted on Thursday, the votes are in, this is the lucky winner, so stay tuned on what you need to make this beautiful braid. So here is the canvas blockhead to make sure your wig doesn't move around. Next we have the Jon Renau plastic wig clamp, which will stabilize the table as you work with the piece. Next we have the Jon Renau wide tooth comb, which helps prevent any tangles on this piece. Some elastic miniature ponytails, so we can pull that pony back. Bobby pins for the braid, and T-pins to make sure the wig stays on the canvas blockhead. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to treat it how I would if I would put it on myself. Pulling it back a little bit, making sure it's not on my face at all. And this is where the T-pins come in. So this is where we're going to put the T-pins in. If you can see, there's the open wefted back. The proper way to put them in is with the 2 points on the end going over the wefting, just to make sure when you're working with the piece it does not move. The next part we're going to do is we're going to take the wide tooth comb and we're going to brush any snarls out of this piece. The proper way to do it is start at the bottom and work our way to the top. The next part, what I'm going to do is still using the wide tooth comb. I'm going to start where the part is and bring it straight back, creating 2 sections for this piece. With one of the sections that I'm holding in my hand, you're going to take the mini elastic and put it in a ponytail. Because right now we're just going to work with this section, bring it halfway through, and then we'll work on this side. Now the best part about this braid is you can either have bangs or not. Personally, for summer, I don't like my bangs in my face, so I'm going to take a little bit of the section in the front and I'm going to divide it into 3 sections. So now that I have it in 3 sections, I'm going to tell you what sections are what. This is section 1, 2, and 3. With section 1, you're going to bring over section 2 and under section 3. Thus, section 2 became the new section 1, section 3 has become section 2, and section 1 has become 3. Next, I'm going to take a little bit very close to where section 1 was and add it to the new section 1. And I'm going to drop the piece that we did a little bit of a braid and pick up a piece that lies right by section 1, becoming the new section 3. Now do not grab any of that part of the section we just let go. Don't grab too high or too low. You want it to look as natural as can be. Again, I'm going to go over and then under, grab another section, add it to that top section, let this one go. And if you can see, my hands are getting a little bit tangled, but that's fine. Take your time and pick up a new section. And you're going to do this all the way till you get to that half point. Now I don't know about you, but I do like a little bit of a more looser braid. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slowly and lightly give a little bit more of a volume to these braids. And then I'm going to go back to what I was doing. Okay, now that I finished this side of the braid, I'm going to grab a clear elastic and add it to this braid. Now I don't want to make this too tight, I am going to leave it a little loose because we're going to add that second half to this ponytail as well. Okay, so now I'm going to take this elastic off this section. Now you don't have to do this, but I just like to. Just in case it was in the ponytail and it got a little ratted, I'm going to just brush it out really quick. And again, we're going to grab a section and we're going to divide it into 3. Again, same thing. This is 1, 2, and 3. All right, and then we're gonna go over and under, grab a little bit of a new section, add it to that new section 3, let this one go, and pick up a new piece. Over and under. The best part about doing these sections is that you don't need to pick up too big a piece. It can be small, it can be little. It's just perfect for whatever you want. All right, and now that I finished with this side of the braid, I'm gonna hold all 3 sections in this hand, and I'm gonna pull this elastic ponytail off the other braid. Once you got the braid out, it's gonna look almost like a little ball. So I would highly recommend just grabbing a new clear elastic and putting it on the 2 braids. Now you have your waterfall braid complete. It's in a ponytail. And if you want, you can stick a few bobby pins on the side just to make sure it stays in properly. And with this one, you're gonna go underneath the braid, in it a little bit, not too much, just to make sure it stays in place. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do kind of an X look. So in a little bit, and I hit it, just so then no one knows that you have bobby pins in. So the next part I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lift the ponytail up a little bit and grab a hair that's underneath it. Now don't grab any hair that was part of the waterfall braid. You want a hair that's in the back, almost towards the nape a little bit. And you're gonna use that hair as the wrap around the ponytail. Now this is gonna be a little bit tricky, so I have 2 options for you. So now with this strand, I'm gonna start to wrap it around the ponytail. Now I am gonna leave a little bit of a loose part of it because I want to add this extra piece to this ponytail. Now this is the first option. I do have a second option for you as well. And this is where you kind of fix it a little bit. Now I'm not a perfect at this, if you can see, but you work on it, you'll get better, I promise. And this is where you can take your wide tooth comb and kind of just help that hair out a little bit. And there is option number 1. So same as the first one, you're gonna grab a little bit of that strand in the back and you're gonna wrap it around. Now with this one, you don't need to pull it in the ponytail if you don't want to. You just keep wrapping it around all the way till you finish. And this is where more bobby pins come in. So if you can see, it's starting to get a little bunched up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take 2 bobby pins and I'm gonna grab a little bit of a section and pull it in the back. Grab another bobby pin, grab those loose strands, and pin it in the back. That one didn't go all the way through, so I'm gonna pull it back out. Again, with this one, I can just brush my fingers through the hair. Grab those loose strands, and I'm gonna push the bobby pin all the way up. And there's the second way to wrap your hair. And that is how you do a waterfall braid with a ponytail and your hair wrapped around it. Also, before I forget to mention, I'm gonna name what pieces I had done in. I have it here in the Renee of Paris, Hudson, in Crimson LR, and the John Renault Alessandra in 27T 613 S8. Now again, you can do it curly, you can do it long, straight, short, doesn't matter, it works with anything. Whether you decide to use it for a wedding or to cool yourself off during a hot summer day, this is the style that will kick your shoes off. If you have any questions or comments, please give us a call or send us an email. Also, if you have any other recommendations on styles that we should give a tutorial on, please let us know. We always love to hear that feedback. Thanks, bye!